I have this foam insulation with a vapor barrier. I know it's overkill. And radiant foil on the other side. I'm going to cut this in half. It's the right size for what I need. So I'm going to split that in half. Yeah, right down that line. And I use a circular saw for that. Does the job right. Quick and easy. Now I'll finish up with a knife. Now there's no room for me to put the camera in here with me, but I cut this really firm and tight. It sticks in there on its own. So the radiant foil side will be able to do its work. It needs at least an inch of air gap on the inside to radiate heat back into the doghouse. So it's definitely going to do its job. And the advantage is, with the plastic foil backed outside, if any moisture did happen to get through, that would be a barrier as well. So we got a moisture barrier on both sides, which is really overkill for a doghouse, but she won't suffer. Well, the insulation is done. It's beautiful. I could live in there in the winter. I am not putting that little triangle in. It'd be too hard to cut, and my biggest concern is overheating. So I may have to put ventilation in here. Especially for summer, I'll probably have a solar powered fan in here blowing out, sucking in air in the front and blowing out the back. So I'm not going to close that off. She's also going to have heat as needed, a thermostat controlled heat for colder times. So I don't want to go too overboard. Next comes the paneling, and it'll be done. The only reason I'm putting paneling is not because I want my dog to have a beautiful place inside, but to protect that foil from harm, from her scratching or whatever. So I'm putting the paneling in to protect the radiant foil, and really that's its purpose. I don't need it to do anything but protect that radiant foil from a dog. I'll get the rest of them in. So there's that. Now, obviously, my wall was a little more than 24 inches tall. I made it for her, not for the thickness, the width of the board. But again, this is only to protect the foil. So I'm not too concerned about that on the bottom right there. And this is going to be filled with straw. The floor will be filled with straw, so it should be good. Now there is the doghouse.
Sit on a pallet. So the whole thing is off the ground.
Now I'm putting tar paper on. And then the leftover pieces from each sheet will be folded over the top for a cap on the roof. We took the end pieces and folded them over, and now I've got a perfect cap for this. Well, now you know we have a dog. The girls are playing on a little electric car. It's driving her insane. Well, there's the roof. I'm thinking about putting some wood trim along the edges just to protect the dog from those sharp edges. Yep, I like that. That covers the edge of the metal. I'll trim the tar paper off later. And our dog cannot cut herself on the edges. This is not sharp down here. Those jagged edges where I cut, I was worried about. I'm going to do the other side too. Well, there it is. I gave the roof a bath. It needed it. There's our doghouse, insulated with paneling, a floor, radiant foil, even tar paper under the roof, metal roofing. I am happy. Bit of a drip edge, and you can see when I washed it, I used 2 5-gallon buckets of water. Nothing really got on there on the sidewall, and when it's on a pallet, it's going to have even less possibility to splash up. Looking good. In the future, one thing I'm going to do, but for now I'm going to call it good because it's going to get cold at night. In the future, I'm going to put some trim on here as an upgrade, and around here, and here, probably next year, and then I'll paint it. Right now we're in a rainy period, and it's too cold for the paint. We're having freezing nights and not so good days coming up. I want to paint this all red with white trim. It's going to be beautiful, but that'll be a project for next year. That's it for now. This project is done. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you do like this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, tell me your thoughts. I think it's gonna last. We did the same thing on the chicken coop, and it's still holding well, that wood trim. Well, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Follow our videos as we strive to become fully self-sufficient and off the grid on a budget. A project here done in the homestead. Talk to you later.